The festive season was supposed to be magical. Twinkling lights, the smell of mulled wine, the melodic voices of carolers echoing through the grand halls of St. James's Palace, and Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, at the center, radiating holiday charm. But this Christmas Carol concert would go down in history for reasons no one expected. Because just as the choir reached their crescendo, an unexpected guest, or rather, a very unwelcome one, was about to disrupt the night. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. Picture this, a crisp December evening, the hall glittering with holiday decorations, and VIP guests from all corners of the United Kingdom seated elegantly in their chairs. Kate, ever graceful, was in a deep emerald gown that caught the chandelier lights like liquid jewels. She waved to the crowd, smiled at children in the front row, and prepared to enjoy what should have been a serene and joyous evening. But behind the velvet curtains, security was unusually tense. Not because of rowdy fans or paparazzi. No, this was something far stranger. Rumor had it that someone was planning to film the event for purposes that were not entirely above board. And when the whispers began circulating backstage, Kate's instincts kicked in. After all, experience had taught her that nothing in the royal world is ever as it seems. Ever wonder what it feels like to sense trouble before anyone else sees it? Imagine the hairs on the back of your neck standing up while the room is filled with music and laughter. That's exactly what Kate felt. Something was off. And when she spotted a figure lurking near the media section, camera in hand, her heart skipped a beat. Who was this mysterious intruder? Eyewitnesses claimed he was dressed in an unassuming black coat, attempting to blend in with photographers. But Kate, with a practiced eye for detail, immediately noticed the subtle signs, the angle of the camera, the way he avoided looking directly at her, and the unusually large bag tucked under his arm. Something about that man doesn't belong, Kate thought, and in a blink, she realized the possibility that had seemed almost absurd moments before. This was no ordinary journalist. Could it be true? Was someone trying to capture footage of her concert for private distribution? Her mind raced. And then, a chilling thought crossed her mind. Who would go to such lengths? There was only one person in the world who might orchestrate such a stunt, someone with a history of creative disruption, media savvy, and yes, a Netflix deal, Meghan Markle. Here's where Kate's true brilliance came into play. Rather than panicking, she did what she always does. She assessed, strategized, and acted. With a subtle gesture, she signaled the head of palace security. Within seconds, a team moved discreetly, positioning themselves to intercept the intruder without causing a scene. It was almost cinematic. Security formed a quiet perimeter, the spy unaware that every move was being tracked, measured, and anticipated. Kate maintained her poise, smiling at the audience and appearing completely at ease. After all, she couldn't let the children notice any tension. A Christmas Carol concert is sacred. No one ruins the magic of a night filled with children singing Silent Night, and "O Come All Ye Faithful." But here's the twist. The spy wasn't just carrying a camera. Hidden within his equipment were digital devices capable of transmitting footage directly to a private server. Presumably for someone with the influence and means to make sure that footage could end up anywhere, including a Netflix production. The stakes suddenly went from annoying to potentially catastrophic. As the concert reached its peak, the spy made his move. He edged closer to the stage, camera raised, attempting to capture Kate midwave. But security had already calculated his trajectory. Within moments, the team surrounded him, firm but quiet. "You're going to have to come with us," one officer said, a subtle firmness in his voice. The spy's eyes widened. Did he know Kate had spotted him? Did he know the palace had been several steps ahead? And in that split second, Kate approached, her presence calm but commanding. "Leave the equipment," she said softly, her tone measured. But there was no mistaking the authority behind the words. Even the spy, who had likely been trained for subterfuge, hesitated. It's hard to explain, but there's something about Kate Middleton in action that makes you stop mid-plan. Her confidence, elegance, and sheer presence radiate like a shield, almost like royalty itself had become a force field. Within seconds, the situation was under control. The spy was discreetly escorted from the hall, his equipment confiscated. The audience remained blissfully unaware, the choir's final note resounding beautifully as if nothing had happened. But backstage, whispers spread like wildfire. The Duchess of Cambridge had just thwarted an international spy operation at a Christmas Carol concert. Let's pause for a moment and address the elephant in the room, Meghan Markle. Could she really have sent someone to intercept Kate's concert footage? Of course, this is the juicy part of the story where imagination meets intrigue. In the world of royal dramatics, speculation runs rampant. Perhaps Meghan wanted exclusive content for a future Netflix special, a private insight into royal holiday traditions. Or maybe this was a playful prank gone rogue. Either way, the optics were undeniable. A spy had been detected, and Kate had personally taken action to prevent the breach. It's almost too cinematic to be real, the stuff of Netflix dramas itself. The fascinating part is how the palace handles such rumors. Inside, they thrive on discretion. Outside, the world spins the story with wild theories, headlines, and social media chaos. And in this case, the narrative was irresistible. A holiday concert, a spy, and two of the most prominent duchesses in the world, all entangled in a dramatic Christmas showdown. What can we learn from Kate's response? First, always trust your instincts. Kate noticed something off immediately, and her intuition saved the night. In everyday life, it's a reminder to listen to gut feelings, whether at work, in social situations, or even online. Second, calm decisiveness wins the day. Kate didn't panic, didn't shout, and didn't create a spectacle. She assessed, acted, and resolved the issue efficiently. Imagine dealing with a crisis at your office or home. Wouldn't it be amazing to handle it with that level of composure? Third, presence is powerful. The spy froze not because Kate yelled or called the media, but because of the quiet, unshakable authority she projected. There's a lesson there for all of us. Confidence, composure, and clarity of action can resolve tense situations without escalation. The most astonishing part? The audience didn't notice. Children continued to sing, parents applauded politely, and cameras captured moments of joy, completely oblivious to the backstage drama. It's a perfect metaphor. Sometimes, the most heroic actions are invisible to the world. Kate Middleton had saved the night, preserved the magic, and thwarted a potential international content heist, all while looking effortlessly elegant in emerald. And it raises the ultimate question. If Kate can handle a palace spy at a Christmas concert, what else is she capable of behind the scenes? What other crises have been averted quietly, gracefully, without anyone outside knowing? That's a story we can only imagine. And it keeps the world guessing. Here's a fun, and slightly terrifying, detail. Palace security is nothing like what most of us imagine. They don't just stand around in suits looking stern. They operate like a well-coordinated tactical unit, trained to spot subtle cues. The way someone carries a bag, the direction of a gaze, even how shoes scuff against the floor. In this case, their attention to detail allowed them to identify the spy before any footage could be captured. Kate, though not technically part of the security team, knows the drill. Years of experience in public engagements, tours, and international events have honed her awareness. It's a skill we all can learn from, staying alert, observing the environment, and recognizing when something just doesn't fit. Imagine telling this story at your next holiday party. Kids and adults alike would gasp. A royal Christmas concert, a spy, and a near Netflix heist. It's the perfect blend of drama, suspense, and holiday cheer. But beyond the excitement, there's a deeper takeaway. Composure, intuition, and quick thinking can save the day in unexpected situations. Next time you're in a crowded room, presenting at work, or even hosting a virtual meeting, remember Kate Middleton at her Christmas Carol concert. You might not be dealing with spies, but the principles remain. Notice what's off, act decisively, and maintain your poise. And who knows? You might just save the day without anyone noticing. So, let's recap the epic showdown. A mysterious spy tried to capture royal Christmas content. Kate Middleton noticed immediately and acted calmly. Palace security intercepted the intruder before a single frame was recorded. The audience never knew, and the holiday magic remained intact. And somewhere, maybe, Meghan Markle had to rethink her content strategy. It's a story that combines suspense, strategy, and holiday cheer. With lessons for us all. Have you ever been in a situation where you sensed something was off? and acting quickly made all the difference? Or maybe you've witnessed someone handle a crisis with poise and grace, the kind of presence that leaves everyone else wondering, how did they do that? Share your stories, thoughts, and aha moments in the comments. And if you love this fictional royal showdown, don't forget to share it with friends. Because who doesn't love a little palace intrigue?